fair, press some hand, let's get in the car, I said. She grabbed my hand, girls rescue, met the bar, witness said. Tears fled the hand, I waiting, I guess she tweet, I guess she confess, she thinking less, I'm drinking less. Bathroom says, best it gets, spontaneous, I stereotype. Put to rest tonight. Imagine, believe, and achieve, it works. Sky them as a rise like fireworks. Smell through the bad, don't.
Hey, hello everybody, and welcome to this edition of After the Storm, your Oklahoma City Thunder post-game analysis show. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark. Just got home from the game. My boy Randy Wright and I went to the game tonight, and we've been going since the Hornets, but really since the Thunder. And what a great time that we had tonight. He's so full of crap. I mean, the stuff that he says. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? He is so funny. I missed going to games with him because he does give me insight. But on the other side of that, he is just so funny. And most people don't know that he was the Oklahoma High School Player of the year before I won the award. So, but anyway, the Thunder beat the Blazers again 2 nights in a row. That is our 4th win in a row for 101-98, and improving our record to 14-18. The Blazers dropped to 17-16. And I will say that that I liked what I saw out of the Thunder tonight, because Monday I watched it from Cat's Tavern, and I just didn't want to see the Blazers 2 times in a row. I just don't like that. And Randy and I were talking about that he was giving me the breakdown and how, how close it is when all the games have been I think the home team has won 7 times when it's been back-to-back. The opposing team has won 6 times, and they split so many times. But he said it's just amazing how even it is with the record for teams playing back-to-back. Because, I believe we split with the Clippers, and then we won this 2 in a row, and then I forget I think we split the other one or something. But anyway, I did not want to go, and from what I understand, when I got to the game tonight, everybody was like, where you been? And I'm like, well, I sat downstairs the first game of the homestand, and then this particular, I just didn't want to watch them play 2 games in a row. And then I think it was Saturday, I was so pissed off I didn't want to go watch without SGA. I'm just wasn't interested. That's why I did not do a show. Wasn't interested in that at all. But anyway, I was telling everybody that I just didn't want to watch the game. They go, yeah, it was one of the worst attended games of the year. I think it was our lowest ticket sales because nobody just wanted to see Portland 2 days in a row. I mean, if it was Boston, probably, Cleveland, maybe. There's some teams that, if it's back-to-back, cool. But unless it's the playoffs, I don't want to see that. Okay, now I do understand why the NBA does it, because travel, as far as players are concerned, it cuts down on the travel, and I get that. You're in the same city, but a lot of these guys, do they really want to be in Oklahoma City? Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night? Of course, they'll leave tonight. Do they really want to be in Oklahoma City? Dallas, I don't think they'd mind. Atlanta, they wouldn't mind. NYC, for sure, they wouldn't mind. Miami, they wouldn't mind. But I don't think they really want to be in Oklahoma City. Dallas, for sure, they wouldn't mind. Houston, definitely not. But Minnesota, I wouldn't want to be in Minnesota, especially what are you going to do? You're locked in the hotel room. I mean, it's cold. And all you got are the crazy fans that are going to show up to try to get you. But anyway, Thunder, great job tonight. I did my keys to the game today because, as you know, if you follow me on the Unpopular Hour, my daily live stream, you'll know that I talked about the game tonight. Thunder, once again, these are 2 things, like I've said, we're not going to get away from. Getting off to a good start every quarter, limiting the open looks for the opposing team. Our bench players need to play well. We did not do that tonight as a group, but we were outscored. But compared to Monday night, where we outscored them, but we did make some key stops and do some key things that we needed to, and then play within your capabilities. And that part was just very, very frustrating to me. And Randy and I were both talking about that because he follows my show on the Unpopular Hour, and of course their bank, YNB, is a sponsor of this show and that show. But anyway, he and I were talking about how frustrating it is to watch Dort try to take the ball off dribble. He has no handles. I mean, he's been a defensive player. Now he's trying to transition. I get that. Why? I don't know, because his defense suffers. That's why I'm saying when you need a coach that can go, okay, you're here, you're here, you're here. Here's the responsibility. This is what y'all job are. And I like Lindy Waters, OSU guy. Norm went from Norman, played with Trey. But how the hell are you going to put Lindy in the game before you put Kendricks Williams and Wiggins in there? And he plays the G League. What, I mean, I'm sorry. Like, I understand why Lindy's in there. I understand why Muscala's in there. If they can knock down threes, then yes. If they're not knocking down threes, boom, put them down. Because they can't defend, can't rebound, can't play. Put them out. But if they're knocking down threes, yes, keep them on the floor because Lindy he shoots, I think, still shoots over 50% in the G League. But this is the NBA, this is the league, not the G League. But anyway, I just don't understand how you can put him in front of these guys. I don't understand this guy. He was a G League coach. He got promoted. I get that. But Randy I'm down on him, but all the people that I talk to are way more down on him than I am. The Thunder are at the point now, like I said, like Buck Showalter. He's a guy, got you going. Now you need somebody to take you to the next level because clearly we are at that point where we need to go to the next level because some of the stuff he does, I'm just like, what lineup are you doing? What the hell? What's going on? And he gets away with it sometimes, but most of the times against good teams, he does not get away with it. And like I said, I like Lindy. And, and he's a good kid 100%. And I want him to be successful 100%. Okay? But he should not go in the game before Aaron Wiggins and Kendricks Williams. He started, Kendricks Williams winning the game tonight with a minute 50 seconds ago. He played almost the whole second quarter. But he went in before, Lindy Waters went in before him. Now, how are you putting a guy in that you leave one guy in almost the whole second quarter, part of the first quarter, but you put this other guy in before him? That's be fun. I mean, I just don't get it. Now, like I said, as my boy Randy said, he likes the water on the floor. He cracks me up. He just has issues. But anyway, starting the game out, we had SGA, Josh, Dort, J-Dub, and Poku. My problem with this is I want J-Dub coming off the bench because he gives me points. Off the bench. I need that spark. I don't need him in the game. I've got Josh. I've got SGA. I've got Dort. I don't need him to start the game. I need him to come off the bench. I need him to start that second quarter. That's what I need. I don't need him starting. I just don't. And I just don't understand what he does. Our coach, I don't understand their philosophy at all. You're just one of your best players. Why is he starting? Have him come off the bench. You need the bench scoring. You need that productivity with SGA, and then when SGA is not on the court, you need him to get in a good rhythm. And and I've got that in my notes. I just don't understand that. When we were winning, like I said, you had Wiggins starting, you win with him, and then you don't play him. What are you doing? Now you're jerking this guy. He's up and down. He doesn't know what he's doing. And it forces him to have an up and down season because he doesn't know where he belongs. Where am I supposed to be, Coach? What do you want me to do? Define your roles. Here's our starting group. This is what we're doing. And Ace just dropped his ball. Baby, I can't play with you right now. I'm sorry. I can't play. Get your ball. I can't play with you right now. He's dropped. I'm sorry. There. He just dropped his ball. I apologize. I'm sorry. When you have a spoiled pit bull, that's what they do when he thinks that he runs your life. But it was good seeing Josh Giddey back. And then with Dort, him doing it. Please get me a coach that puts him in his place. He doesn't have the skill set to do what he thinks he's capable of doing. He just doesn't. He really doesn't. But at the same time, they allow him to do what. Dude, I need you. He's killing it defensively. He's just like everybody else now. We don't have a defensive stopper. We're paying all that money to him, and I'm like, did you tell him why you paying him, or did you tell him because you want him to be a We need somebody who can defend and stop the best player on the other team. That ain't him right now. It used to be. That ain't him right now because now he's thinking about scoring and getting me points. Is that a miscommunication on why you paid him? Does he think he needs to score? And because you can't do both. He does not have the skill set to do both. Either he's a defender or he's a scorer. And he ain't a scorer, clearly. He has no handles. He was turning the ball over left and right today. Trying to do dribbling. I'm like, and Randy and I are very, very, very frustrated. But in the first quarter, the lack of defense was horrible. We just didn't have any defensive effort tonight in the first quarter. Very, very frustrating for me to watch, and Randy and I were going crazy. So it's 10 minutes. We're down. It's the score is 10-16. We're down 6 with 5:36. We got SGA, Muscala, Isaiah Joe, Dort, and Lindy Waters in the game. And, I'm just going, it didn't last long, and Lindy was not on the floor long because, let's face it, if he's not knocking down shots right away, there's no reason being. But if he's knocking down shots, by all means, keep him in there and let him go. Knock down the shots like he did a couple weeks ago. If you can get him in and he's knocking down shots, then by all means, please keep him in the game for that, because he can do it. He can score for us, and we definitely need that. And then it was 21-29 with 1:50 to go. You got SGA, Wiggins, Isaiah Joe, K. Will, and Muscala in the game. And didn't a lot happen. The score ended up being 22-32. We didn't. It was very frustrating. That first quarter was just. I'm just going. Once again, I'm not as down on Coach D as the rest of them. A lot of people are. I understand why he was put in there, the position, but now we're at the point where clearly he's overmatched, and it's just frustrating to watch. First quarter, the Blazers are winning 22-32, up 10 on us. 3-point percentage, the Blazers are 5 for 12, 56%, 9 rebounds, 16 pips, 4 turnovers. And then the Thunder, of course, are 2 for 4, 50%, 5 rebounds, 10 pips, 6 turnovers for us, which is a lot for the first quarter. And Dort had a couple of them off of his legs and by himself. I just wish they'd put him in his place. Blazers, of course, outscoring our bench 14-11, which pretty much was what happened all game. It was a precursor of what we had to deal with the whole game. And the first quarter was very, very hard to watch. I'm just going to say that. Second quarter wasn't much better, a little bit better, but it wasn't. So the start of the second quarter, we have Josh, K-Will, J-Dub, Wiggins, and Omen Yuri. Here we go. Another G League player starting the quarter. And I like the kid, okay? The young man. He's not a kid. I like the young man, okay? But once again, you're putting guys who are G League stalwarts, two-way players in front of guys who are players. These guys, what are you doing? And I've been talking about this. And then once again, playing within your capabilities. But when you start this lineup right here, this is a little lineup. You don't have any height whatsoever in this lineup. And what is Portland going to do? They're going to pound you. Jeremy Grant and Vukic or Jokic, they're going to pound us. They're going to pound us, and that's exactly what they did. They just pounded us inside. Nurkic, I'm sorry. They're going to pound us inside, and that's exactly what they did. And they came in, but we tried to fight back. And then with 8 minutes and 20 seconds to go, it's 26-36. You got Josh, Dort, K-Will, Poku, and J-Dub. So you had to put in a little height in there to try to help. But Poku, rebound the damn basketball, bro. And he's gained a little weight down low, but you gotta bulk up top too. And he's gained 20 pounds of muscle in his legs. Great. Bulk up here so you can withstand the physicality of the NBA. And remember, he is young, and Randy and I both talked about it. He is playing much better than what I expected. And I'm gonna, like I said, when you're doing good, I'm gonna tell you. When you're playing like crap, I'm gonna tell you. My job is not to sugarcoat it. My job is to help you people who watch this live stream, you people who are interested in the facts of the game, not what the Thunder are trying to put out there on TV, which I can't even listen to him. Tell the truth. My thing is inform the fans, make them more knowledgeable about the game. The more knowledgeable you are, the more you're going to want to attend. But the problem is they're like, well, the more knowledgeable our fans is, the more they'll be like, well, what are we doing? Yeah, then change. Put people in there that can make the people go, yeah, I like to see that. Make them happy. Make changes. Make your people knowledgeable about what's happening. So it's 33-43. You have SGA Joe, Isaiah Joe, K-Will, Poku, and Dort in the game. And Dort, I just put down my note says Dort. Wow, he's just he's not capable of what he's trying to do. As I've said since last year, he does not have the skill set to pull off what he's trying to accomplish as a player. He just doesn't have it. He just doesn't. Now he's trying, that's fine, but no. And then we're watching SGA has Damian Lillard posted up down low. We don't even look inside. Then we finally do. They get a foul call. I'm like, bro, catch the ball. The first thing you do is look inside. When I teach my kids, when I have my teams, the first thing you do, you catch the ball on the wing, you look inside. Then you make a decision. We catch the ball and we're trying to swing the ball so fast. Well, hey, pause for a minute. Okay? Pause for a minute. Check it, see what's happening, then make a decision. Okay? Then make a decision. Just don't jump into it. Very, 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 very frustrating. So, and Dort was getting beat backdoor, backdoor, backdoor. I've got that in my notes. Backdoor, you're our best piece. Why are you getting beat backdoor? Because your mind is on scoring, not on stopping the best defender on the set. You're not have the same mindset that we have Cephalosha and those guys. Your job is to stop the defense, the best guy on the put. That should be your main focus. But he's torn between being a defender, which is why we drafted him, why he was athletic and doing everything to do it, to now go, oh, well, we can make him a player. No, he does not have that skill set. Put him where he can be successful, make us successful as a team. That's what you need to do, and clearly the Thunder aren't doing that. And so anyway, the Thunder go into half. We're up. Let me go ahead and do the halftime score here. The halftime score is the Blazers are up by 5, 54-49. They're shooting 7 for 18 from 3, 50% from the field, 17 rebounds, 28 pips, which are points in the paint, 7 turnovers, and then us, of course, Oklahoma City 2 for 9. Once again, we're just rushing shots up, and when we're just settled down and we catch them, we're shooting them at the line. We're a lot more proficient than we are. Depends on who's shooting them, of course. Than when we just try to rush up shots and we're 3 or 4 feet behind. The 3, Isaiah Joe is a prime example of that. He took some shots. It's like, bro, get to the line and let the ball come to you. Don't try to get all knocking out shots because you were 4 for 5 the other night. I mean, understand your game. 17 rebounds for the Blazers, 16 for us. 28 points in the paint for us, so we matched them there, and then we only had 5 turnovers. But, we were out shooting them 53%, which we did really good in the second quarter. And then when you look at bench scoring, Blazers 16, Thunder 10. And we definitely need to get better at that because that doesn't help us going down the road like that. So anyway, we'll take this time to thank our sponsors, Collaborative Logic, my guy Russell will afford the things that they do for us. Appreciate it keeping me ready to go and keeping the show on air. Mark Long and everything they do for us at SRB. If you have any engineering, surveying, or planning, they love to be behind the scenes. Oak Grove Trucking and my guy Jose Fierro. Yes, Jose, I have Drew's shirt, so he will leave you alone. Greg and Max Nafee, I appreciate them always sponsoring everything that I do for my kids as well as my shows. And then last but not least, YNB, family owner operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender, member of the FDIC. You can pre-qualify for any personal or business loans online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Once you get your loans approved, you go in and see Joe Horn, or you go Nathan Taylor or Carson Wright, and go in there, boom, everything's approved, and they can get you to sign your name on the dotted line and give you that check or deposit it into your account if you are already working with the bank and have an account there like I do. So whenever I want to do something, I just tell them and they, just deposit it there, which I think is great. So anyway, starting the third quarter, you're starting with SGA, Dort, Josh, J-Dub, and then Muscala instead of Poku. And he does that a lot to try to get Muscala in there to get some points. But once again, to me, you start the same group. You get everybody into a groove of how they're going to play and what they're going to do. And uh, we started out great, and then we forgot how to defend. We started out putting it on them, then all of a sudden we forgot how to defend. What a shot. The Thunder forgot how to defend. Shocking, right? I mean, it just blows me away how we can just be on this side of the dial and then all of a sudden on that side of the dial. It's just like a complete 180. I don't understand how we do what we do. So we're going back and forth. All of a sudden, we had tied the score, got within two, and then they just put it on. We forgot how to defend. And then with 62-70, with 5:54 left in the third quarter, and all of a sudden you've got SGA, K. Will, Dort, Poku, and Isaiah Joe. And what happened is that group was able to move, get rid of the ball, play some defense, get their hands on the pass lane, not allowing them to take wide open shots. And then all of a sudden, what happens? We get right back in the game. And then all of a sudden it's 73-74 with 3 minutes to go. Lindy Waters is in the game along with Isaiah Joe, K. Will, SGA, and Dort. And, of course, Lindy knocked down a big three, as my guy Randy says. Water is on the court. I said, Waters is on the court or Water is on the court? He goes, same thing. Same thing. We do great. I was like, whatever, dude. But anyway, Lindy did knock down a shot, which, like I said, if he's knocking down shots, you can put him out there because he can give us that offense, and it helps us. But if he's not, he can't defend. He can't, it's just not there. His job is to shoot the ball if it comes available. But what are most teams? As soon as they see him, they know exactly what's happening. They keep a defender on him. So him getting wide open shots is kind of hard because we're pretty predictable in what we do and where he's going to set up and what he's going to shoot. So anyway, at the end of the third quarter, because once again, the third quarter is our deal. I think we outscored them 29-24, I believe. And remember, we have the lead the league in points scored in the third quarter and point differential in the NBA, which is great for us, and is exactly what we do, and I like that. So at the end of the third quarter, here are the stats, 94-94, and remember, we were down 5, and then we made that up, 5 points, which is what we do in the third quarter. Blazers are 14 for 36 at this particular point, 49% field goals, 36 rebounds, 48 pips, 18 turnovers. The Thunder on the other side are 8 for 24, 46% from the field, 37 ribbies, 52 points in the paint. Once again, we took a lead there like that, but 18 turnovers. Way too many. Blazers are outscoring us, but we caught up to them in, in the third quarter. So that was really good news right there because, once again, we have to do that because we know the fourth quarter we're going to start a group and then SGA is going to come in usually about 5 minutes to go, and I would have him in at 7. That's just me. But once again, like my guy Nimoy Jones said Monday, our coach manages minutes, not manages the game. And I thought that was a great analogy. He manages minutes, not managing the game. And it's just because we're sitting there looking at him like, okay, where the game is tight, there's 6 minutes to go, and he just kept looking down at SGA. Put him in the damn game. Why are you looking down there? We need to win. Put him in the game. He's the best player we got. 2 minutes is not going to make a difference. It might make a difference on whether it's winning or losing. Put him in the game. It's just, he's, as my guy Mark Long says, he's 2 minutes too long is what he is. Anyway, fourth quarter, 7-8 all. We have Josh, K. Will, Muscala, J-Dub, and Wiggins to start it out, okay? And at this point, you got Josh and Muscala. Is that our best defensive team? Maybe, maybe not. But I will say this, as long as they're flying all over the court, not giving up wide open looks, getting your hand out on the defense, cutting off the lane, don't let people go to the basket, moving over, helping each other out, they can be good when we're small, that is a small. I mean, Muscala, even though he's tall, he's small. He can't rebound. I mean, guys 3 inches shorter just jump right over the top of him and get their hands on the ball. It's very frustrating to watch. So it's 85-83 with 8 minutes to go. You've got Poku, Josh, because they had to put Poku in the game because Muscala just couldn't do it. You got Poku, Josh, K. Will, Dort, and J Dub. And they put Dort in there for some defending. And I had been griping, as you guys know if you listen to my live streams. I gripe about Poku not shooting at the free throw line. Bro, you're right there. Why aren't you shooting the basketball? Yeah. After he shot wide open, Randy looked at me and was like, now you know why he doesn't shoot. Yeah, I said, because he really wasn't ready. I think if he focuses and goes, okay, I know I'm going to catch the ball here, I got to look to shoot. I think he just turned and it was just there and he just rushed his shot. But I think if he'll understand, watch the tape and see, when I catch it here, I'm wide open, just look to shoot the basketball, then to pass. Because if you look to shoot first, then the defense has to honor that. Then you can pass off and kick it off down the lane. So now it was 89, 85 with 7 minutes to go. And that's when he's looking down there at SGA. And we're just sitting in and we're just going, get him in the game. Put him in the game. We're sitting there screaming. And then finally there was a timeout, a foul, and then finally with 6:22, you've got SGA, Dort, K. Will, Poku, and Isaiah Joe, which Randy loves Isaiah Joe. And as you know, as soon as we drafted him, I said, hey, that's a great pick. As soon as we took him off waivers, I'm like, that guy right there, he could be the difference. I really, really like Isaiah Joe. That could be a great pickup, and it has been for us. So anyway, we're battling back and forth. It's 93-96 with 3 minutes to go. And what are you doing? Give me that. With 3 minutes to go, and we have SGA, Josh, Muscala, Dort, and J-Dub. And they just have so much height on us. I mean, we're just little. Two things we need. We need height, and we need shooters. That's two things that the Thunder are missing 100%. We can get those two things done. That's going to help us out more than I can even tell you, with the fact because teams are just so much more taller and more physical than we are, and we have to get that done. If we can get that, it's going to make a huge difference in what we can accomplish and what we can't. That's just the way I look at it, and I hope they can get that done. So, end of the game, the Thunder, of course, pull out the victory, 101-98, improving to 14-18, and the Blazers dropped to 17 and 16, not 15, 17 and 15. So that's where they're at. And like I told Drew, he may be in trouble with that bet because the Thunder now have a half-game lead, I believe, over the Lakers. He and Randy have a bet. Who's going to have the better record, the Lakers or the Thunder? 3-point percentage, the Blazers, man, I guess I put the wrong number up there. 14 for 18. I don't think 14 for 36. That was the final, not the third quarter score. So that was my bad on that. When I get in a hurry, I just really screw things up when I do that. I've got to learn to not be in such a hurry when I do my stats. Thunder end up 8 for 24, 49% for the Blazers, 46 for us, 36 rebounds for them, 37 for us, out rebounding, points in the paint. Once again, my favorite, my pip. The Thunder outscored them in the paint, even though we are smaller by 4, 18 turnovers, and then the Blazers 28-26. They outscored us for bench points. The Thunder have got to do better with that. Box scorer, here we go. SGA 27 points, 8 for 19, 0 for 3. One thing about him, he knows when he's not shooting the ball from 3 well, he does attack the basket in the mid-range. 6 rebounds, 5 turnovers. He's got to cut down on his turnovers. We got to get him to stop that. Josh Giddey, 13 points, 6 for 8, 6 rebounds, 3 turnovers, and 6 assists. Lou Dort, 14 points, 5 of 11, 2 for 6. Anyway, 3 rebounds, 3 turnovers. But, of course, he had 3 assists, Josh. 6 points, 6 rebounds. J-Dub, 15 points, 5 for 8, 1 for 3. Very workmanlike. Love those numbers with 4 rebounds. Poku, 6 points. He's contributing. I'd like him to get more rebounds and do some blocks in there because we need his height in there to get him more physical. So if he can just gain a little bit more weight upstairs, that might help us. Lindy Waters, 3 points, 1 for 1, as we talked about. A big 3 that he knocked down with 1 rebound and 1 assist. Omiyuri, 2 points, 1 for 2, 0 for 1, 1 rebound. He can just do what he can do with what he has to offer. Kendrick Williams, 9 points, 4 for 7, 7 rebounds. Liked his effort tonight. Muscala, 6 points, 2 for 5, but he was 2 for 3 from 3. So when he's wide open is when he rushes his shot. And I like when SGA, like I said Monday, when I see him attacking and then making Muscala's man come over, gives him an open look where he doesn't rush, he's extremely deadly. But when he tries to rush his shot, which of course he did on one of his threes and then one of his twos, two of his twos, he did the same thing, dude. He's just got to catch it, take his time, but you got to give him opportunity to get the ball up and get a good look, and he can knock it down. But we need more than one rebound out of him. He did get a block, which is we'll take that every time. Isaiah Joe, 6 points, 2 for 5 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3-point line, only 2 ribbies, 1 assist. Wiggins, no points, 0 for 4, and he was just rushing everything tonight, and you can just see that. When as we compare the first half to the second half, you can see Blazers 7 for 18, ended up being 7 for 18 again to end the game. The Thunder were 6 for 15 for the second half, which is not too bad. But we just got to be more aware of where we're shooting the ball at and when we're shooting. If we could just be more careful with that, we do that. But I like the fact they only took 24 shots, and that I like that. You can see that field goal percentage, we went down. They barely went down. We got to do that. But, of course, we ended up out-rebounding them by 1, and then, of course, we won the points in the paint battle, and then turnovers, 18 turnovers, way, way too many against a good team. That would be an L, not a W for the Thunder. And then you see points in the paint. Bench scoring. The Blazers were 16. We were 10. And then, of course, we came back to cut that within 2. So the Thunder did do a good job with that, cutting into the lead. But, or cutting into the bench scoring. But, we have to score, which is why I prefer that J-Dub comes off the bench and you start Wiggins. To me, like I said, my starting 5 is Josh, SGA, Josh, Dort, Wiggins, Poku. That's my starting 5. Then I have J-Dub and them coming off the bench. That's my starting 5. Because I go 6 out of 8, why am I changing that? Why do I go from when we're winning, I change that up 100%. Now you ruin all the confidence that you had going with these guys. I don't understand it at all. I really don't, and not gonna. So, that being said, now remember, we play Friday night. The Thunder do play Friday night. I will not be doing our live stream Friday night because my guy Wayman Tisdale's brother is having his birthday party in Tulsa. So I will not be doing my show, the After the Storm show. I was trying to look for our schedule in the booklet here. I know there's one in here somewhere, but I will not be here, or I will not be doing a show there simply because I will be in Tulsa celebrating my boy's big time 60th birthday. So I will not be here for that to do the show afterwards, which is kind of hard because I do like watching the Thunder and doing my live streams, giving you guys knowledge about what's happening after the game. So, but anyway, let me see. I'll see if I can pull it up on this. The Thunder will be playing. I know we play Friday night and Tuesday. I will be doing the show Tuesday for sure. So let me see. Pull up the schedule right here. The Thunder play. It looks like it's the Pelicans. I believe that's who that is. Who we play in our next game. So I'm hoping that. Let me see if I can get it here. Yes, and they are 18-12, and we are 14-18. So that's got to be a good game. I'm sorry, I'm going to miss that, but I won't be able to watch. I'll be able to come back for our final home game on Tuesday night to watch the Thunder. So that being said, I'm hoping everybody had a fantastic day. Remember, get your water faucets and all your stuff done. Get everything running because you do not want to have all your pipes and everything freeze up. Not good. I've had that done twice. Horrible, horrible thing. And then also remember, All-Star voting is starting, so go ahead and vote for our guy SGA. We need him to be an all-star. He is one, but we want to get the fan voting as well as that. So everybody go vote for SGA. Get him in there. He's the third leading scorer. He is our best player. And remember, it's been a while since we had an NBA all-star. So everybody, thank you for going to the games tonight. Hopefully everybody will be there Friday night. I wish I could be there, but I will be in Tulsa for that, but I will be there Tuesday. Let's get back to these guys and show them what the Thunderdome is really like. Show them what it really feels like to have a full house in there, and it's just rocking and it's loud. Because I can promise you, our facility, the way we do things here in Oklahoma City, we're worth 5 to 7 games, W's, if we'll do that. If we'll go to the games, I promise you we're worth 5 to 7 victories per game for the Thunder. So that being said, everybody, stay warm, please, okay?